Welcome back in. We are on cherry blossom watch this morning, taking a live look at the tidal basin right now, where the blossoms are almost at peak bloom. This morning, the National Park Service says most of the blossoms around the MLK Jr. Memorial are approaching that final stage, that peak bloom stage, while the rest of the tidal basin is still officially in the puffy white stage. That's stage 5 if you're keeping count.
Oh, and we are keeping count. That means the tidal basin will soon be packed with visitors. Our Michaela Lucero has some tips to know before you go enjoy those beautiful blossoms.
If you plan on checking out the cherry blossoms this year, here's a few things you need to know before you go. First things first, your outfit. You must wear your best walking shoes. The walking loop at the tidal basin is more than 2 miles long, and if you want to go check out some of the other memorials along the National Mall, you will easily add several more miles to that. For your clothing choice, check the forecast before you head out the door. In March, the average day will start in the 30s and end in the 50s, so layers are your best option. And if it's sunny, be sure to bring a hat and sunglasses. And if it rains, a raincoat will serve you best. An umbrella can be a hassle to carry around all day. It can obstruct your view of the blossoms, and they may damage low-hanging branches. Finally, have a bag that can hold all your essentials, things like water, snacks, sunscreen, and your camera. Since parking is limited at the tidal basin, you won't be able to just run back to the car to grab your essentials. Now that you're dressed, let's go over some cherry blossom etiquette. Some of the trees are more than a century old, which makes them very delicate. It's actually against the law to touch any of the cherry trees. This includes, but isn't limited to, sitting in or on the trees, touching the tree trunks, pulling on branches to get the blossoms closer to you for a photo, and pulling branches or petals off the tree to take home with you. Please do your part to keep the cherry blossoms healthy. And finally, transportation. The parking around the tidal basin is extremely limited. There's a good chance you'll spend more time looking for parking than you will enjoying the trees. There are parking garages that you can pay to use, but they can be pretty expensive. Other transportation options are taking the metro, a rideshare, or a taxi, renting a bike or scooter, or kicking it old school and walking. Your outfit's picked out, you're up to date on etiquette, and you figured out your transportation, which means you are ready to enjoy the cherry blossoms. From the tidal basin, I'm meteorologist Michaela Lucero, WUSA 9.
KK down at the tidal basin. All right, thank you, Michaela.